Hello everyone. This is an exciting video. It's a little bit of a different video. I'm sitting here in the Epic office, but this is the beginning of the chicken journey, my friends, and I am so excited to come along with you on this. Actually, you're coming along with me. We're going on it together. Let's just be honest here. So, a little backstory here. Number one, I've wanted chickens forever. I can only get them at this new homestead, and being that I don't know a lot about keeping chickens. I've had a lot of chicken people on the podcast. My friend Anne from Real Hens of OC has been on the podcast. I've learned a lot from her, but there's learning and then there's doing. And I haven't done a lot of the doing yet. And that's what we're starting off here. And so I've been salivating over chicken coops for a very long time. But whenever I work with a brand, I really want it to be someone that, number one, I can 100%, 1,000% vouch for. And number two, it's actually available most places, at least in the US, if not ideally the world. So you guys can all chime in and even grab something from the brand if it's something that you think is valuable. And so I'll just be honest, I've been salivating over a particular coop design and designer specifically for a very long time. And they have a fantastic YouTube channel that has elevated my chicken keeping. And it's by someone who really cares about the welfare of the animal, which to me would be paramount with a chicken coop. And that would be none other than Carolina Coops. Matt over at Carolina Coops has been a fantastic wealth of information. And I'm very, very excited to say we're going to do a little window shopping here and we're going to build the coop together, the Epic Coop here on this video. So let's hop over to the computer and let's look at this Carolina Coops custom designed chicken coops and let's figure out how to build a chicken coop. Let's do it right now. So here we go. We're on the website. And honestly, let's just take this in for a moment here. I would live in that coop. Easily, I would live in that coop. And I think many people on earth would live in that coop because that's a fantastic looking coop. Look at that. You got that little egg hutch on the outside. I'm getting a little caught up just in the, the introductory photos and videos here. But what's interesting is they've got a bunch of different designs. So let's kind of run through some of their designs first, and then we'll zoom in and we'll maybe pick a design and start to customize it. So here we go. The Carolina Coop seems to be their flagship. Matt said it's his baby. It's the one that he spent the most time designing and perfecting. So we're certainly going to take a look at that one. Then you have the American Coop. It looks a little bit more stripped down, a little bit more open air, certainly attractive. I can't tell if that's a glass or not, but I'm definitely going to pop into that one. Now, of course, you have the California Coop, which I live in California. I believe the design on this coop is just a little bit more compact. The footprint's a little bit smaller. And so we're going to take a look at that. We have to take a look at our namesake coop here as I live in California. And then the Penthouse Coop, I suppose, is a coop only, and it's maybe designed for a free-range chicken or a free-range flock. I probably am not going to do that. I know I have some predators. I'd much rather have an enclosed run on my coop. And so we might peek at it, but we're not going to consider it for the actual coop for the Epic Homestead. Then you've got custom and commercial coops. I think we'll stay away from those for now. So let's go ahead and first pop into the California Coop. So here we are in the California Coop, and it's a very nice looking design. Very nice looking design. It says it's the answer for people who don't have the room for our standard sized walk-in chicken coops. Fortunately, now I do have the space for a walk-in chicken coop, and I do want to dedicate a significant portion of the property to chicken care because of the eggs and also because of all the benefits that chickens will give you on your property. And so I think right away, I probably am not going to go with the California Coop, although it does look quite beautiful. And so it looks like, 3 non-free range chickens, 4 with free ranging, and you can add up, I guess, a little bit more on the run, so you can get to a 4-foot by 18-foot run. But still, I still want something that I can walk in. So while the California Coop looks beautiful, let's move on back and take a look now at the American Coop. I'm doing this live with you guys. I haven't really dove super deep in each of these, and so we are figuring this out together, and I'm really curious as to your comments down below. Okay, so this is the 6x12 American Coop and 4x6 inset hen house. So you can see the hen house is kind of hanging out inside, which looks pretty cool. All of the Carolina Coops models use a deep litter method, which I'm very excited about, because I'm actually very excited, number one, to not clean it out too often, but number two, to make sure that I have a nice amount of organic matter that I can be adding either to the compost bin or just direct mulching on top of the garden. Okay, so Looks like I can do 7 non-free ranged and 12 with free ranging here on the American. And that's time to kind of talk about the amount of chickens I'd like to keep. I'd like to have at least 6. That's my starting amount. And then what I'd like to do is leave myself the room to get to about 10, although I'm not 100% positive I'll get to that point. And I know a lot of you chicken people are probably laughing at me right now saying, you're going to start with 6 and you're going to end up with 12, my friend. And that might be true. I might be laughing at myself too pretty soon. But we've got this looks really, really nice. There's all these sorts of customizations we can do. And so we can do, well, you know what? Let's look at this first. This is actually very helpful for me. Very helpful for me. So this is to illustrate why there are 2 factors in determining how many chickens you can fit in your hen house. The hen house. We believe in the 1 foot rule, 1 foot per chicken on the roost bars, plenty of room and less squabbling at night. This shows 12 chickens on 12 feet of roost bar space. It may look like you can fit more, but it can result in other problems. Okay, so you're gated. It looks like you're gated by the total run length of your roost bars. And so in this case, 12, I suppose. Now, the run. Chickens need and prefer as much room as possible, 10 square foot per chicken. So if you have 72 square foot run, then you only have the ability really to have 7 chickens, which is why you might have 12 foot, I guess, of a roost bar, but you can only fit 7 chickens unless you're going to free range them, which it looks like is exactly what's showing up here. You can do 12 with free ranging because there's 12 feet of the roost bar, but you can only do 7 if not free ranged because you're gated by the actual run size. So that's very helpful for me to help wrap my head around how to size my coop. And okay, so what we could do is we could go with the 6x18. Let's see how many options there are. Wow, there's a lot of different options here. So you could do a 6x24 foot, gives you the opportunity to expand up to 12. Okay, so I think I have a good sense of the American coop. Let's go back and now let's take a peek at the flagship, the Carolina Coop, which definitely looks the most deluxe to me and actually looks absolutely gorgeous. So the original and most customizable coop. I think I'm already attracted to this. I'm already into this. What size hen house do I want? If I want to have the opportunity to expand to 10, it seems like I would need a 4x6 hen house would give me the opportunity, I think, to have 12, given that the run size would accommodate, because I think that would be 2 6-foot roost bars. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I'm dealing with here. So if I did a 12-foot run, that's looking like, 12 by, I believe, 4? No, 12 by 6. So that's 72. So that would be 7 chickens. If I went to 18, that would be 6 times 18, which would be over 100 square foot, which gives me that 10. And the space I have outdoors, I think could handle that. So I may do that, but I'm probably going to talk to Matt about the difference in the actual sizing of the hen house itself. I think I'm good on the 4x6 though. So we'll do the 4x6. We'll do an 18-foot run for now. Again, we're window shopping. We're dreaming here. Special order roofing color. You know we have to do some epic coloration here. So let's pick the house has a lot of gray, and I think maybe sticking with the gray with either the charcoal or the ash gray. I think I'm going to go with an ash gray because I want that lighter color. And also, what's nice about having this particular coop is I can rainwater collect off both sides of the coop, and I'll have a lot more rainwater collection because that'll add over 100 square feet of rainwater collection, which would be an inch of water on that would be at least 60 to 80 gallons. So that's fantastic. Okay. Zinc hardware. I have it on good authority that I need zinc hardware from 3 of my chicken friends. So I'm going to upgrade the zinc hardware. Now we can upgrade our egg hutches. 3 gang egg hutch for a 4x6, 5 gang or manual. Okay. So I actually am unsure if I should upgrade the egg hutches. I don't actually know. It seems like it should be fine with the 3. I don't think I need more than 3 because it seems like you need, it says you need 3 to 8 chickens will lay in the same nest box. So if I already have 3 on there, then I can house anywhere from 9 to 24 hens. So I should be fine with the original egg hutch on there. Should be fine. Okay, this is fun. This is actually really fun to customize this. Okay, so then we have a manual door to hen house with latch, manual door framed out for automatic door, or just getting the automatic door. I have it on very good authority that the automatic door saves a massive amount of time. And so that is what I'm going to do. The Dutch door, I think that's just a half open style door. I don't necessarily know that that's a mandatory thing for me, but I'm certainly going to see if I can find an example here. Let's go into the Carolina Coop photos here. Yeah, so the Dutch door would probably be this one right here. It actually does look pretty good. It actually looks pretty good. I don't know. Comment down below. I don't know if I should get it or not. Let's go ahead and go back over here. It actually looks good though. Oof. Let's just see. Okay. 6x6 run extension. I don't think that I need that given that I got the 18-foot run. The rope wrapped roost bar, I believe, gives the chickens an easier time hanging on to the roost bar. So I think that seems like a good welfare move for the chickens. Not sure. And then industrial hemp bale. I can source that somewhere locally to me. Gravity fed poultry water bar. Have heard good things about this. We're going to add it for now. Non-heated circulating poultry watering system. What does that actually mean? Let's see. Non-heated circulating poultry water. I don't know. I think, do these conflict? Maybe these conflict. Chicken coop winter storm shields. I don't need that here in San Diego. I wish I needed that, but I do not. And so I don't need those. Okay. So it seems like, I mean, that is, look, I'm going to be the first to say that's not a cheap price at all. If you guys remember my shed video, my shed cost me $5,500, fully framed out 10 by 12 foot shed. And so this is a more complex structure by far than the shed. It has a more complex roof. It has way more carpentry involved, and it's built to order. So honestly, I'm going to be the first to admit that that is in no way am I suggesting that you have to get a deluxe shed coop like this. I am going to do it though, because this is the Epic Homestead and this is the dream. And I'm working with Carolina Coops specifically to showcase this entire process. And so look, I am extremely excited about this. And this is, investing in your homestead is all about. Granted, the coop is being provided by Carolina Coops. Would I pay this in a heartbeat? You better believe that I would. You better believe that I would. I don't spend my money on pretty much anything. So I basically just invest it into Epic Gardening or the homestead for content for you guys. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to have a phone conversation with Matt over at Carolina Coops. We'll riff on if this makes sense or not. But on the next chicken coop video here on the homestead, you are going to see exactly which coop I end up with, and I'll show you some photos of it being built at Carolina Coops. So good luck in the garden and keep on growing. Thank you so much for coming with me on episode 1 of The Chicken Journey.